everybody, it's Kate here. I hope you are all well. Today I want to talk to you about these very simple words, are you okay? The other day I was with a group of people and we were talking about well-being in the workplace and how we give feedback and that type of thing. And we were also talking about how do we get greater engagement in the workplace. And one of the things that I'm really mindful of is that people are often very considerate about how they give feedback. They're trying incredibly hard to be kind and generous in the moment about how they give the feedback so that they don't destroy the relationship that they have with the person they're giving the feedback to. One of the things that we often tend to do though is we often tend to say, hey, you made a mistake here on page 3, or this went wrong today, or whatever. And we tell them some facts, we tell them information about the mistake and what went wrong. What we don't tend to do is to focus on the person. So we tend to focus on what went wrong. We're very factual, we're very careful that we're very factual because that's what we've been taught to do. And we forget to care about the person. I'd like to use a different approach to dealing with mistakes and those type of things when they arise, or if somebody's running late all the time or whatever. I'd like to come from a premise that people are generally trying to do their best and that people don't go out of their way to make a mistake, because I truly don't believe that they do. So the way in which we could look at this a little bit differently then is to focus on the person. Are you okay? Because you don't normally make those mistakes. And this is really unusual. So are you okay? And then the person has got some space to step into and go, oh look, I was really stressed that day, or I was distracted because my child was sick, or whatever it is that was going on in that person's life. You've suddenly opened a door to help, to give them some spaces to tell you what's going on. But if you go to a person and you say, hey Kate, there was a mistake on page 3, this didn't work out here and blah, and you just come to me with facts, then yes, I might agree that all of those other things happened, that I was stressed and I did all of that, but my first position is going to be, I can't make a mistake, it's not safe to make a mistake, and so I'll go into justify mode. Or I might feel that you are trying to be nice about how you're actually just calling out that I don't know what I'm doing, or you're being critical of me, but you're just putting it in a nice way. So it doesn't demonstrate care. So if somebody said to me, Kate, there's an error on page 3, I might go, yes, there is, but it happened because I was really busy, and I might get a bit of attitude or I might feel shamed. I might feel quite a lot of shame about the fact that you've caught me out making a mistake. And that it's almost like you're looking for the mistake. Whereas if you find the mistake and you go, are you okay, because you don't normally make mistakes, or this is unusual for you, then suddenly you've gone, oh, this person's okay, and you're not shaming them, you're just giving them some information, and you're providing people with an opportunity to tell you what's going on. They don't have to go into self-defense mode. Every single time we make a statement, it sounds like a judgment. It doesn't necessarily mean to, but ultimately we are saying that we have made a decision that this was wrong or right. It's black and white. And so every time we make a statement, it looks like a judgment. And every time we make a judgment, we are basing it in history. We have said that we know what's happened here, and the only thing that's really important is that you made a mistake. But everything that happens is way bigger than just the mistake or that you got it right, because there's a person attached to it, and a person is responsible for that action. So how can we stop focusing on the mistake and look after the person? And I think it's that brilliant question, are you okay? We have Are You Okay Day in September every year, but I think we can turn every day and a lot of transactions into Are You Okay? Because we're just checking in on the person. If everybody's trying to do their best, then give them space to do their best and look for the best. Don't go looking for the mistakes. And we don't mean to shame people, but we do accidentally shame people quite a lot of the time because we tell them that they've made a mistake. I don't know about you, but if I've made a mistake, I either know about it and I'm already embarrassed and trying to fix it, or I don't know about it, and I usually don't know about it because I can't see the forest for the trees, or I'm really stressed, or something else has happened. Like sometimes we do make accidental mistakes. We may overlook something. We may do a behaviour that we didn't know was going to hurt somebody else. There could be a whole range of different things. But nobody goes to work to make mistakes. Nobody goes to work to do poor work and do a poor day's, labour for their money. And if a person is even thinking that, then I would suggest that behaviour is in response to the fact that they think the workplace doesn't care about them, that they think that it's appropriate to have some form of revenge. But in the main, that's not what I see. That's not what I see at all. I see people want to do a good day's work. So look after the person and the rest will just sort itself out. It really will. Look after the person. Are you okay? Next week, I'm going to talk about how to deal with all of the information you might get once you've asked the question, are you okay? How do we protect ourselves so that we don't go into rescue mode? But that's next week. All right, I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.